Welcome back. I hope you had a chance to explore the software and you can see the potential that Truth Concepts has for improving your practice. Today, we're going to review loading life insurance data, and then we're going to jump into the funding illustration calculator. So to load data, we go to File, Open, and then we have our TC data file, and we're just going to double click on that and open it up. It will overwrite any open calculators that you have, so you don't want to do this if you need to keep the calculator open. It loads that data and then it kind of disappears from us. And then we come over here and we go to our funding illustration calculator. So when we pull that up here, it's going to be blank, and we're going to illustrate for, say, 30 years. And we're going to start with, say, a 45-year-old who is getting a late start on saving for retirement, but they want to start saving pretty aggressively now. So what we're going to do is we're going to load our stored data. And it's going to, we're going to look at our issue age here. The fourth one down here is issued at age 45, so we'll load that. And at age 45, and then we're going to look at the comparison between this and, say, buy term and invest the difference. And so let's load the term data as well. So we got loading a 30-year term at age 45. So when we pull that in here, our whole life insurance policy, it is giving us a yield of 3.21% after 30 years. Now, that is an internal rate of return, and what that actually means is not that we're just getting 3.21% after 30 years. It's as if we had received 3.21% every single year over that 30-year period. So in our early years where we aren't getting quite the return that we get in later years, that 3.21% overcomes all of that and is as if we received 3.21% even in those early years. So in other words, if you had an alternate account in which you were going to invest money or save money, in order to match the $1.117 million that you have after 30 years in the life insurance policy, you would need to save and have that money grow at 3.21% for 30 years in order to get that same $1.117 million. So that's what it takes here. Now, if we're investing in some alternate account, there are a few other things that we need to keep in mind. And that's where our alternate account inputs come into play. First of all, using life insurance using cash value from a life insurance policy can be used in a tax-free way. So this needs to be net of taxes. So if we take into account a tax bracket and say it's 24%, now they went up by 102 basis points. They need to get a 4.23% rate of return in order to match the same thing that we were getting in the life insurance. But the idea here is buy term and invest the difference, so let's include term insurance. We're going to cancel that at age 74, 30 years later. 45 to 74 is 30 years. So now they need a 5.66% rate of return. Well, you're not going to get that in anything like a savings account, a CD, or anything like that these days. So in order to match that, you're going to need to have this invested in something. And what it's invested in is completely up to you, but there's going to be some sort of fee associated with that. And let's be conservative and let's just have it be 1.5%. 1.5% management fee. Now they need to earn 7.27% every single year for 30 consecutive years just to match the cash value in a life insurance policy with the same premiums going in. Buy term and invest the difference is a great idea unless you've got a better one. A life insurance policy only earning 3.21% is the equivalent of earning 7.27% every single year in some alternate account when you take into account the taxes and life insurance and so on. This can be a huge revelation to clients. I've used this many times to show clients that a lot of what is said out there by the talking heads isn't quite what it seems. The truth is a little bit different. That's where Truth Concepts comes into play. This has been a deal maker for me in many cases, and it can be for you as well. In the video tomorrow, we will talk about looking at a younger client who's starting a little bit earlier on, and how this can benefit them. So explore the software a little bit more, and we'll take a look at things tomorrow as well. Talk to you soon. Bye.